What is up? Welcome to the Eternal Skunk Show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is O, and to the left of me is Cody.
That's me.
Cody.
Hello. How you doing, buddy?
Good. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So I found on your little desk here it's a Roku remote for your TV and stuff here.
Yeah.
And it has a blockbuster button. If you hit that, if you hit this button, does it actually do anything, or does it just sorry, try again?
It makes whoever pushes that button go bankrupt immediately.
Right?
Press it and see what happens. I have no idea what happens.
Yep.
Takes you to the aviation channel.
Yep. Go to flight school. So I guess it actually just turns into like an Al-Qaeda button. Learn how to fly. Oh, there's crash. Okay. Sweet. Also, I like how it has a headphone jack on the side with like the volume stuff. This was
actually my favorite part is you put the headphones in there and you lay in bed and then it cuts the audio on the TV. So if so what Britt will do is she'll lay in bed, she'll have the headphones in, and she can listen to My Little Mermaid or whatever, The Little Mermaid, and hear it in her headphones, but all I hear is the sound of the fan.
Okay, and that's enjoyable. Okay.
Pretty much.
Well, and this technology was once only enjoyed on like Pan Am American flights or like American Airlines 1980 flights when they were showing, Mr. Holland's Opus on the airlines, which is the first movie I ever saw on an airplane.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was about a guy who had named Mr. Holland. He had an Opus, which I think has something to do with music.
I don't know.
Fuck if I know. I think Richard Dreyfuss was in it. So Richard Dreyfuss probably shouldn't just be left around children anymore. I think that's why he no longer makes any more of these Opus-type movies. But on to more healthier things. How's your Mountain Dew habit?
It's embarrassing. So before you got here, I had to literally clean up. I think there was 8 Mountain Dew cans just on the desk. Now, that's not where I had on the bedstand or in the kitchen because, I'm not as filthy as I sound. Sometimes I bring the cans to the recycling.
Do you?
There were 8 piled up, plus a couple on the bedstand, on top of the ones that I did actually put away.
So how many cans are we talking about? 64? Remember when Mountain Dew had that thing called the Cube?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, is
that still a thing?
Sometimes it's the most economical way for me to get my Mountain Dew addiction.
Mountain Dew. How many comes in the Cube?
24.
Oh, that's it? It's just a case, but they just call it the Cube?
But if you put, I don't know, I guess it's 4 of them next to each other, then it's like the Mega Cube.
Oh, is this a thing?
It could be.
It could be. I guess. I mean, the dimensions are right. It would still be a cube. So, I mean, I like where you're thinking. Why? How come they don't sell them bigger than 24 packs? I mean, is there some sort of log about this? Or is it just 24 isn't a lot to carry?
It is a lot to carry. I know, some people can't even carry it out to their car by themselves. Well, so just the 24-pack is enough.
Okay, so if that person who can't carry out the 24-pack by themselves, do you really think they need a case of Mountain Dew?
Well, they need caffeine maybe to give them energy to do it.
I'm pretty sure their heart medicine would allow that anyway, so they're probably buying it for someone different. Who are you buying that for, Grandma? I know it.
My grandson comes over.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need that much Mountain Dew. He's stinky enough as it is. Looks like you like that remote too.
It's fun to play with.
Yeah, it looks like you're used to something that size in your hand.
Yeah.
Yep. What's with this Go? What's Go?
It is.
Don't push it. Just tell me.
Is it Amazon?
No, Amazon.
No, Amazon has its own button. Go is. I have no idea.
I think it's pronounced Go.
Go.
Go. So what's happened since we've not been here since the last time? I'm pretty sure there was a Super Bowl that happened, which ended in the most... I'm not a Patriots fan, but it ended in the way that I would have loved nothing more to see. To watch that sorry son of a bitch Russell Wilson throw an interception at the 1-yard line when the game was all but won made me smile. I actually clapped.
Did you?
I clapped. Yeah, I was like, whoa, yes. I was excited, man, when I saw that shit go down because I fucking hate the Seahawks.
I thought for sure they were going to run it. I think everybody thought they were going to run it.
Every single person in America, every single person ever thought they were going to run it. And for whatever reason, they threw it. And
I heard part of the reason was because Marshawn Lynch, if he would have scored the touchdown, he would have been the talk of the game. He probably would have had an MVP shot with his other touchdown earlier in the game, but he doesn't talk to the media. And the Seahawks want Russell Wilson to be their face of the franchise kind of guy. So to give him the ball to throw the game-winning touchdown was sort of the plan, to give him more of the.
So you think they did this just to make Russell Wilson seem cooler and to kind of fuck Marshawn Lynch out of something? Because he's not going to be there next year, is he?
Well, before the game, we're talking the day before the game, there was this big speculation that there's a contract talks, and
if I was him, I wouldn't resign. He's probably one of the top 3 or 4 running backs in the league. I mean, he is just a monster. So I mean, if I was him, he could have his pick. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they treat him right in Seattle. You know what I mean? I think they kind of treat him like a jerk. Just because he doesn't want to talk to the media and all that kind of garbage. It's like, who really cares?
Do you think that's why he does it? Is it just kind of to stab at the Seahawks?
No, I think You
just think he's a dick on his own.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can understand, you want your star players to be like the face of the organization and stuff like that, but not everybody's going to be like a flamboyant Ocho Cinco out there.
Right.
And not everybody's going to be like this handsome and pristine Tom Brady that's going to sparkle smile everywhere he goes. Let Marshawn Lynch go hang out. He's probably like Redman or something like that, where he just has like a duplex and a box full of 20s on top of his refrigerator and blunts and Skittles. Let him do what he does.
Exactly.
So it is what it is.
What about Percy Harvin? He was kind of a dick the same way, and
yeah, but they got rid of him week
2 years
6
ago
or something. Or was it that long ago?
Maybe it was. I thought it was last year at least. I don't think he played in the Super Bowl, did he?
No. Yeah, he got traded in mid-season, week 5 or something, I thought.
No, I mean last year's Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, last year's Super Bowl he was big.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, he was main reason they won.
It's hard for me to remember past 6 weeks ago, just in general. And then you want to add sports to the question. Now we're looking at the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I get you. I'm not too fond of memories either. You know what I mean? Or memories aren't too fond of sticking in my head.
Personally, I hate when Seahawks memories get in the way of all my other memories.
Right. I hate when old memories get in the way of new memories. Sons of bitches memories. So yeah, and you know what? I'm glad the Patriots won. Maybe Tom Brady will retire. Maybe Belichick will move on. Either way, I'm glad the Seahawks didn't win, so that's cool.
Yeah, no kidding. Actually, I saw a thing about the Patriots. Give me a second here.
The Patriots piss contest. You know who's got the biggest boner on the Patriots?
Who's that?
Gronkowski.
Oh yeah, obviously.
I mean that's an easy winner. He didn't win comeback. He didn't win comeback player of the year. He won cock of the year.
He won come on the back of the year.
There you go.
All right, hold on.
Belichick with a smile.
So
usually when somebody says so, they have something to say.
I was just looking at the audio.
Not that time. Well, it's mesmerizing, but don't become a Gronkowski. Yeah.
That was my fail of the day.
So my car's been fucking up lately.
Really?
Kind of. That's why I couldn't come last Thursday. But this Monday thing kind of works good for us.
Do you always blame your car for not being able to come?
No, seriously, my car was overheating and all that kind of shit. Oh, I see. Out of my penis, like ejaculation. Yeah, I do like to blame my car for my erectile dysfunction. I'm like, if I had heated seats, I would be able to get hard for you. But I don't have heated seats, so my genitals remain chilly, to say the least.
What's up with your car? Tell me what's going on.
Well, okay, I don't know a whole lot about cars, but I noticed it was overheating. I can tell that much, and it was running kind of funky, and my heat doesn't really work. So I go and talk to my mom's husband or boyfriend or whatever the hell he is, and I was like, because he's supposedly a car guy, and I'm like, so what's going on? Blah blah blah, and he had no idea. He looked like me, like I was talking to him like he was retarded. He's like, your car's fine. I'm like, no. Pretty sure it's not. So he's sitting there he's like, yeah, it's your head gasket. I'm like, what?
Ooh, that's not a cheap fix.
No, it's not the head gasket. It's no, it's not.
You don't think?
I know it's not.
Well, I mean, what else have you? What have you diagnosed it to not be?
Well, this is what. Okay, so this was what was wrong with it. It needed coolant. So I went and I got a coolant flush, and got up. And heat works fucking perfectly. Yep. Car doesn't overheat, and it's like, dude, you fucking opened the coolant cap and looked in it, and you're just like, yeah, it's fine.
So okay, so let me go back to the day that you called me and said you weren't going to be able to make it because your car was overheating, and you said you have these are the options. You talk to this person and they gave you this diagnosis. You talk to this person and they gave you a different diagnosis. Now the things that I've heard were thermostat, water pump, and head gasket now. And
well, this guy's an idiot though.
It ended up only being.
I needed the coolant flush.
Yeah. Okay. So no. Let's go back again. You said, well, this guy told me it was probably my water pump, and I suggested the thermostat. You said you read something about online that could have been
it could have been like the thermostat gets stuck open or something like that, and it causes the shit. I don't know. Causes it to not to work. Whatever.
And you go. But I got this guy. He's a car guy. He knows his shit, and he's the one that gave you the fucking
like seriously, because the dude like. All right, so another time, like over the winter here, my brakes seized up on me.
Ooh.
And yeah, like I got stuck in Festival's parking lot. My car was in Festival's parking lot for a week.
Wow.
Yeah, Festival was like the coolest in the world. They're like, we don't care. They're like, as long as it doesn't snow, you should be fine. I'm like, all right. Like,
no, that's cool. That's cool that they do that.
Yeah, like, and then like all of a sudden one morning, like, come to find out, he just like went and put brakes on the car.
While it was at Festival?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I was like, what? Like,
awesome.
And so, like, I just got there and, like, bought him a 12-pack and gave him the money for, like, the parts and shit like that. Sure. And went home. Like, I was like, okay. Like.
That's really cool.
Yeah, well, because he told me, he's like, we'll bring it back to my mom's house and we'll fix it there, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, I'll stand there and watch you do it because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'll hand you shit. But I don't know what,
you know
what I mean?
Like,
yeah, I just get in your way, man. Like, my fingers are fat. Like, but. So yeah, and then he's like, yeah, it's your, and then he thought it was like my timing chain and all that kind of shit, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think he was just like
drunk.
Maybe he was.
He's like, fuck, man, I fixed his car last time. Maybe it's your head. It's something really expensive. You don't want to fuck with it.
And then like all of a sudden, and then like, but he didn't stick with the head gasket thing. He didn't stick with any of this stuff. Like at the end of when it was all said and done, he was like, yeah, it's your thermostat.
Oh, okay.
Like, so that's what he went through, like, this list of, like, he's like, yeah, it's your suspension, like what the fuck are you talking about, man?
I think
like,
it's your seatbelt adjuster.
Yeah, seriously, like, oh, yeah, see that light on right there? That means that your seatbelt's not buckled. I'm like, yeah, I know, like, okay. He's like, well, that's your problem. I'm like, no, it's not my problem. The car's not even driving, dude.
So you're back and running. You're good. You're
yeah.
good to go.
Now the car's now it's no longer overheating. So
that's good. I remember you had a car that overheated like when you went through the drive-through or something.
Yeah, like I drove a Bonneville that you know what? It probably just needed coolant. Who would have known?
You're like, I can't. It was like your car was like in the movie Speed, where you couldn't go below a certain speed, otherwise the car would overheat.
Yeah, kind of. I remember that. Like you couldn't idle for more than like 10 minutes or else
35 seconds.
Pretty much. Like we got to go. Like, can we go to McDonald's? Well, if it ain't busy. Like,
it'll be a 6-minute wait on your McNuggets.
I'll just pull over and park. You bring it to me, please. Sure. Okay. Can I come in and get it? Well, why don't you just come in to begin with? I don't know.
I'm high.
Yeah. You know, personal reasons, I suppose. Personal and religious. Because, you know, God loves McDonald's. He's the whole force behind McNuggets.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be.
Let's take all these parts of chicken that nobody will eat and McNuggetize them.
Nugget paste.
Only God would create something like that. Nugget paste.
Gelatin, isn't that what is like gelatin is made out of, like,
I think
meat bones and like.
So this is what I always kind of pictured it as like some sort of like animal meal, like, you know, like when you go get like when you get like cat or dog food and it says like minimum crude protein content. I think it's something like that.
Sure.
I'm thinking so. Gelatin's made from like horse hooves and cow hooves.
Yeah, that's what I was always told.
Yeah.
Horse hooves.
Apparently they use it in marshmallow. Why are all my favorite foods filled with cow hooves? I love gummy candy and I love marshmallows. Why?
Gelatin is derived from pork skins, pork, horses, and cattle bones, and split cattle hides.
Well, who figured that out? You know what I mean? Like, and then they made Jell-O out of it.
No kidding.
Wow, this stuff's useless. Let's put some cherries in it and sell it to kids. All right. Like,
somebody's got to eat the rest of it.
Make sure they boil it first, I suppose. Okay. Why? We don't want...
Just in case.
Right, yeah. We don't want anybody... I have a feeling that Bill Cosby's not going to have such a hot time down the road. We don't want kids coming back dying on us when they're already being touched by Bill.
That'd be the worst PR nightmare for Bill Cosby.
Right?
As if things weren't already bad enough.
I wonder what he's doing right now. Probably sitting in his mansion, eating Jell-O. I bet you he's got a lifetime supply of Jell-O pudding.
I bet you he's so sick of it, he probably doesn't even want to see it ever again.
How would you get sick of pudding? That's my favorite beverage. I make it with cereal. That's my breakfast in the morning. That's chocolate pudding and Cocoa Puffs.
It's part of a balanced breakfast.
Well, when you're balancing mostly round objects, and that round object is you, yes, it's true. Excuse me as I roll to breakfast. Or I only drink pulp orange juice, and it's only pulp. All I do is grind up oranges.
Orange pulp.
What's the plural of oranges? Orange. Oranges. What? Is that a serious fucking question? Are you serious? God damn it. Who would ask such a stupid question? Dummy. Oh, wait, that was me. Fuck. Wait. I like how that sounds in my ears.
Go.
Go. Did you ever see that Howard Stern movie where he, like, made the girl come from, like, sitting on the speakers? We should try to do that. Let's have, like, we'll get,
Hey, Brett!
Well, I was going to say we should get, like, we'll get the shithog's, like, girlfriend or something like that. We got to find a shithog girl to do it.
Yeah.
So then, we won't have to ruin any of your speakers or anything like that. Right. She can ruin her own speaker with whatever sort of discharge will come out from me going like this.
I don't think it's covered by warranty after that.
No? What kind of... Is bodily fluid typically covered under warranty?
Yeah.
Blood, tears, semen not included. So how would they distinguish if it's boogers or cum? I used to wipe boogers on my speakers.
DNA testing.
And eventually they start looking like jizz.
Really?
I guess. I don't know. They get white and crusty. I don't know what old cum looks like.
You should
but
see.
I imagine it's...
The chair that I sit in, like, I'll wipe my nose and, like, rub it on the chair. Like, because, I got nothing within reach. I can do it. And I'm afraid to move the couch or to move the chair and go, like, what is that?
I would suggest that you get some, like, Formula 409.
Yeah.
And...
Well, I don't... Okay, let me just put it like this. It's not like I've got these big green snot balls.
Let me put it to you like this. If the CDC rolled through, they would think it's some sort of biohazard. So...
Well...
If you ever plan on having kids, that'll probably strengthen their immune system, so you might want to leave it.
That's the way that I've always looked at things.
You're just fucking lazy and don't want to clean.
Touché.
Oh my god, that Kleenex is all the way on the floor. God damn it.
It's way over there.
Right? It's in my pocket.
It's all the way in my other hand.
Why would I want to dig in my pocket when I can just wipe it on... Let's do the same motion outside of my pants.
I always wanted to get a pet for that very reason. Like, come here, puppy. Ah, there we go.
They'd probably just eat it.
Well, yeah, exactly. It saves on...
You don't have to really wipe it on them.
Well, you could.
Come here, friend. Booger, like boogers everywhere. And you're like, here you go, enjoy. And the dog's just looking up at you like, I thought you loved me, but you're just wiping stuff on me. Yes, this is okay.
I'm wiping my love on you.
Yeah, right. Oh, I think that's another thing that you wipe. I usually wipe my love on a sock. I often find, though, that you don't want to use the same sock just because if you have to wear it the next day, that can be unpleasant.
Actually, I've been in that situation where I have had to wear that same sock before.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah.
Gross. Why didn't I would have just not wore socks? How is that not an option?
In my line of work, you want your socks. You need your socks on.
But jizz socks? I would have just put my feet in like a bag. There had to be some other option. There had to be like were your other socks on fire? I don't understand. Were just because they were in the those ones are in the hamper. That's officially dirty. This one's just on the floor that I just blew 3.2 milliliters of cum in. It's going on my feet. Boy, that's warm and it squishes in between my toes.
And when you warm it up, it's even better.
Oh man, whoa, right? I just kept the heater.
Your body heat just warms it
I just kept the heater blowing on the floor all day. Stayed squishy all day. Then you want to balance. Then you would want like symmetry. So you'd want on your break, you would have to pull over and like beat off in your other sock. So then they were both squishy and jizz filled. So then you had a sense of balance throughout your day.
Well, okay. Let's just make this clear right from the start. If it's wet, it's too early to put on your feet. You have to let it dry. that's the whole part of it. You don't want it to be squishy. You just want it to be...
I'm talking the spooge of squishy, not the wet sock. So
Okay,
you're while you're tiddling your toes in jizz, waiting for these other socks to dry, apparently, because we're using a dryer, and I'm putting that in quotes because you need to know that a dryer is something that everybody does after they wash.
Well, fine, I'll keep my
Anyway,
my dirty wet cum socks to myself.
I'm never wearing a pair of your socks, and I would suggest the same thing from me. Here, wear these. No.
Fuck.
Why are they all yellow?
Do you realize that our microphones have been on your socks for at least 5 weeks of shows?
Well, there's other there's some socks that you can wear.
Okay.
Like the black socks, those black socks are like brand new out of the bag.
All right.
Like
Speaking of brand new socks out of the bag, I just actually got these they're like Dry Comfort Hanes or something. I ordered them. I ordered underwear and socks like fucking a month and a half ago. And I don't know, a week later I got one of the bags of underwear. Another week later I got another bag, and finally a month and a half later I got the socks yesterday.
Are you looking forward to defiling them?
It kind of feels like they've already been defiled.
Nice.
The package says it will slow down or speed up the cooling process. I'm thinking, wow.
So it could go both ways?
Yeah, I'm like, why would you want to slow it down?
Yeah, you're gonna get cool, but not too quickly. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, my feet are cold. Oh, wait, not so much anymore.
It always feels like my feet are cold, or not cold, but like
wet.
Not kind of. It feels. Maybe these aren't the new socks.
Wait. These ones have a face painted on the front of it. What the hell?
No, I definitely recommend these. I went online and I went, like, give me the most expensive socks that you have, Hanes. And they're like, okay, here's these ones.
I just got my taxes back. Give me the most expensive socks you got, Hanes. We got these, $4.99 a pair.
Well,
ooh, give me 8.
As far as underwear goes, don't you think your balls should be riding first class? Of all of the things you buy, of all of the things that you wear, don't you think you should treat your balls the best?
I don't know. I wear boxers, so they are treated however my thighs feel like treating them, I suppose. whatever attitude they're in.
But I mean, okay, so you could buy the $1.99 pair of boxers at Walmart, or you can, upgrade. You can get the good Under Armour. You can get like the good.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean, I got like Hanes boxers or whatever. I had a pair of silk boxers at one time. Those sucked.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever go silk.
Yeah, they like you can't put them in like the dryer and such.
Oh, sure.
So that gets weird. Because then, what do you do when you want to dry them? I don't know. Twirl them around, I suppose, like a helicopter. But Petey Pablo kind of ruined that one for everybody. So,
you know who else ruined things for people? Is that Packer player that got like arrested for drugs or whatever? Did you hear about that?
Yeah, the guy with the weed and the gun or whatever.
So I see the article online and I'm like I don't know. It said something like Packer player arrested for drugs or something, and I'm thinking, arrested for marijuana.
Yeah.
And oh man, it pisses that fucking pisses me off when like you get arrested for marijuana. Like, man, you got nothing better to do. I'm not busting this Packer player's balls at all. I'm busting like the cop. The cop. Like, you really got nothing better to do than bust this guy. This is just the first glance at the article. I didn't hear. I just read the title. I'm like, busted for marijuana, huh? So now Packers got a bad look, and
he had a lot of weed.
Until I read the article and saw that it was like $190,000 and a ton of weed, and a gun. I was like, oh, okay, well,
but
maybe
I mean,
this is a little more serious than a little.
He had like 300 some odd grams of weed. That's like I seem like I'll probably smoke that in like a month. Probably not, but I mean, like, that doesn't seem like all that much. I feel like I want to smoke that right now. I think they're more mad about the gun and the money.
Well, yeah, $190,000 or something is what he had, and it was like, okay, yeah.
It's hard to kind of justify that much cash when you're LaTroy Guion or whatever the fuck his last name is. Guinan. He sounds too French to be a black dude.
They showed the picture of
look how happy he is. He's so high. Good for you. Ex-Viking. Ooh, he does not look happy in that picture, but he's got red eyes. Although I think it's from the sweat.
So explain to me this. So he's kind of a good player. I mean, liked him. He was pretty good.
Yeah.
And so you've got a promising career with a team that needs you in that position, and you're gonna get paid if you wait it out. You're gonna probably get
cash money.
Yeah, more than your
more than what you got last year, which barely could feed the dog apparently.
Yeah. So okay, so you're gonna jeopardize it to what?
Smoke some weed.
All right, let's
shoot some guns.
Let's face it.
Have some cash.
He was not smoking the weed. This was like
Do you
drug
think
trafficking.
Well, kind of. Well, was it? I mean, 300. How many? I don't know. That's like 10 ounces or something like that, probably, maybe. Or what did he have? Like a pound? I don't know. What's the math on that?
Let's figure it out. Here's the picture I was looking for.
Yeah, he's got just 2 big bags. It's probably like a pound of weed.
357 grams.
Yeah, so in a gun, they took his quarters. They're like this
and
motherfucker's
81 cents.
Yeah, he's got change. Ooh, and his money's all like stacked. Oof. But that means it came from the bank. I don't know. Where did the money? I don't know.
Could be. So
81 cents.
We'll go through the thing here. It said he tried to get.
So I wonder. He says that's his money. So I bet you know what he probably did is he probably cashed out his bank account in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Flew to wherever, Florida, or wherever the hell he was. Bought a bunch of weed for the off season and was going home.
Sure.
And some Florida cop got him. I guess. I don't know. I mean, or did he get caught in like a sting? What happened? Say it could have been blah blah blah. I don't know.
The cop said that he became extremely uncooperative and hostile, especially after finding the handgun. So I mean, I don't know. I just see
he tried to play the "Do you know who I am" line in Florida. I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
You could barely pull that in Green Bay.
Are you Pitbull?
Yeah, right.
Are you Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah, I don't know.
I've heard of those two people.
Are you a fat Dwayne Wade? I don't really know who you are. You DMX? Yeah. You're too tall for that. We are aware of a serious matter. Blah. Well, whatever. Yeah, he pissed that one away.
That sucks. I mean,
it does. He was good. I liked him. Oh well. Sorry. We'll have BJ Raji to sign on the cheap though, so his stinky ass can suck it up again next year. Probably tear a bicep or whatever the hell happened to him. We got a new special teams coach, or is that didn't come in?
I don't think we did. I'm not sure that they actually signed it as of today.
I know. I like their choice though. That what's his name? That Zusk or Zook, who coached for. He used to coach Florida and like Illinois and stuff like that. He's a good coach. I like him.
That's who they're talking.
So I hope so.
As of yesterday.
So that's good.
Oh, no, I guess they did. Congratulations to our special teams coordinator, Ron Zook.
I'll wait for the Packers to announce it rather than Sam Barrington, who is not even the original. He had to put an underscore after his name, so there's other Sam Barrington out there who's not in football. We should just follow him.
That's
yeah, I'd appreciate them getting an actual special teams coach instead of that retard that they had for the last 5 years. Oh, I fucking hated Slocum
or whatever.
His name sounds as dumb as he is. My name is Slocum, and I'm here to not teach you. Same problems for 5 straight years, dude. That's just stupid. We can never return. They're awful at tackling on special teams.
Yeah.
And the block punts and all that kind of garbage, I think, sealed the deal. So, any other things going on? I heard McCarthy's brother died. That was kind of weird. Hearing that.
I heard.
That's sad.
Yeah, I heard McCarthy is giving up his play calling.
Oh wow, really?
You didn't hear about that?
Fill me in.
So the Packers offensive coordinator is what is his name? Tom Clements is going to take over the play calling.
Oh well.
And Edgar Bennett is going to get the offensive coordinator job.
So wait, okay, so Tom Clement's going to be he's going to be like just a play caller?
Okay, so if I understand it right, Aaron Rodgers is a sniper. No, if I understand this right, Tom Clements is going to be like the associate head coach, which I thought
that's like what they gave
what is his name?
The defensive coordinator guy Capers. He kind of has that same thing.
What the hell is that other guy's name? He's like Winston Moss.
Oh, sure.
He was like the assistant head coach or something.
I don't think he's been on the team for a while.
Oh, really?
I don't know. It's hard to keep track of coaches.
The coaches, it's tough.
Anyway, the good news is that McCarthy's going to finally get some relenting off this play calling. I like his play calling for the most part, but he does get predictable and shit like that. I don't like
his game management is really what...
Yeah, that too.
Challenges and some...
I think he needs to focus on elsewhere when there's too much to go on for him to also focus on the managing of the game. So... I'm glad. You know what I mean? Like, the guy deserves, you know what I mean? Like, relinquish some duties to your coaching staff, or otherwise why have a coaching staff?
Why are they even there?
Yeah, what are they doing? Like, rub my feet, Clements. Yes, Mr. McCarthy. But that's cool, though. I'm glad that they're kind of doing some stuff that, like, hopefully us as the fans have wanted for some time. I don't think anybody's gonna, like, agree and say, no, our special teams is top notch for the last 5 years, or say that, like, no, our fourth or our third down runs that out of the shotgun, the same shotgun position, that shit doesn't get old. Like, same problems year in and year out, and I hope now that they're finally starting to make some changes that we're already a successful team, but we'll get more successful, I'm hoping.
Well, I mean, I was a little discouraged last week or the week before when you said, this might be the best that we are for a while.
It might be. I mean, we'll see.
But this gives us a little bit of a hope that they're, shuffle things around.
Yeah. See, but now, and last week I didn't know we were going to make changes. I had all the expectations in the world for absolutely nothing to change.
Right.
You know what I mean? Same problems are going to happen next year. They've happened the last 9. Why would they fix it?
And I kind of always made the joke that it seems like whatever the buzz is around town, so whatever the media, whatever the fans are kind of hoping for, they always seem to do the opposite. Like, oh, we need to get this, we need to fill this position in the draft, or we need to, and they do the opposite. They do.
So do you think they're going to draft an inside linebacker with the first pick this year, or do you think they're going to surprise the world and take, like, some random, like, oh, yeah, we're going to take...
punter?
Yeah. It's the first round. We're going to trade out of the first round.
We're actually going to trade out. Yeah, we're going to trade out of the first round, and we're going to get 3 third-round picks, and then...
2 of them are punters.
2 of them are going to be players that don't make the practice squad.
If they don't... if they don't correct... Because, like, Hawk and... If... we'll figure out what we do with Peppers for next year, but he's another year older. Hawk, or not Hawk.
Peppers. Julius
Peppers. Peppers is another year older, and Matthews is another year older too. And you got to have some young influx come in, because now is the time to get like 2 stud middle linebackers to play in that 4-3, and not rely on the likes of AJ Hawk and Sam Barrington and frickin' let Clay Matthews rush on the outside.
Right.
So, I know I haven't really looked too much into the mock drafts or anything like that yet. Usually those start coming out, like, beginning of March and shit like that.
Yeah, just shy of the draft.
Yeah, well, people make them and all that kind of stuff. Like, I've seen a couple where they have, like... Yeah, where they have, like, the Packers taking some middle linebacker, I think from Alabama. Denzel Perry, there we go, linebacker. There was utter outrage from Packer fans when I didn't mock an inside linebacker in the recent update. The position would have claimed as
McKinley was the
Broderick. Yeah, that's a that's a guy that I've seen from other ones. Click on him once. Oh, okay.
All right. So, where exactly do you think our top 3 biggest needs are?
Linebacker, or inside linebacker, cornerback. I guess we'll have to see what happens with like Randall Cobb and stuff like that. So I'm going to stick with.
He's a contract. Fuck.
He's a free agent.
Fuck.
So I mean, but I'll stick because he's not. We could franchise him or something like that, and so I'll stick with another defensive or I'll stick with the special teams. And we need a punter. So I guess take a flyer on like a 7th round punter. But that's Dude, in my view. That's in my opinion the 3 needs that the team needs.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, we're pretty good at quarterback and running back. Our offensive line is fairly strong. Yeah. We got good outside linebackers. Our safety play is decent. Like, our cornerbacks are They're so-so. They're getting aged. Our defensive line is but they're good for who's actually playing there. I mean, our wide receiver core is top-notch. But inside linebacker, cornerback is an upgraded position.
Yeah.
And punter, Mason Crosby's, 80% kicker on his worst day, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. We just need those three things, and I hope they address them.
I would say that you don't actively... Well, punter, kicker are not high on my priority list. Any year, even if we don't even have that position filled at all. Like if there's...
Yeah, I'm not saying, first round, get them! You know what I mean? We're not going to pull, like,
Oakland?
getting a Janikowski or whatever, and, the trade, let's take him first pick. No, Al, he'll be there. No, he won't. What the fuck were they thinking letting him run that fucking team? God. Oakland fans, if I was in Oakland, I would have just fucking revolted. I'd have been so mad.
Man.
Just letting the senile motherfucker take,
For years, he just drilled that team
fuck
into
that
the
team
ground.
left and right. Bust after bust after bust.
Somehow, Gruden was able to pull that off. Can you imagine if Gruden actually coached for, a normal owner with, common sense and intelligence on his team?
Yeah, we went to the Super Bowl when Gruden was here.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, he was an assistant coach, but when Gruden was here, Gruden made us go Super Gruden.
Super Gruden.
I'm having Gruden withdrawals. That's not a lie. I miss Monday Night Football, and I miss Gruden talking to me like I'm a third grader. And
does he still do the sit down with the young quarterbacks thing on?
I'm
ESPN?
sure he will. I don't really watch a lot of SportsCenter right now, just because there's really nothing.
Football depression.
Football's not on. College football's not on. College basketball, I don't know. I'd rather watch a game than hear about oh yeah, this is what St. Mary's and DePaul did. Okay, I guess if you're gonna show the game, I'll watch it. But I don't really want to see the one highlight from it.
Right.
So I don't really care tennis. Who gives a fuck? So, but baseball's coming up and March Madness is coming up, so I enjoy those.
Sure.
So I'll be looking forward to that kind of shit. Oh my God, Ed Sabel died? This guy?
Yeah, I was gonna. I just got the alert a couple minutes ago.
What, dude? That's sad. Yeah.
I would say he had a pretty good run at age 98.
Still, every NFL films movie thing that you've ever seen, this guy's probably had his fingers inside of.
Oh sure.
He's literally the finger banger of.
He's the finger blaster of the NFL.
Yeah, he's good. That's sad. His son does the same thing, I think, too.
It just happened. It just hit the wire within in the last hour or so.
Yep. Yeah, that sucks. Breaking news on the Eternal Skunk Show. Ed Sabel. Wow, I can't believe though that he's kind of passed away. So, which is crazy because that guy lived a long, full life, and you think of somebody like a Johnny Knoxville or something like that who actively goes out, tries to kill himself. And he's still alive, which is beyond me. So, I guess God plays funny games, and apparently Ed Sabel got to live a long life, and Johnny Knoxville, we'll see if he makes it to 98.
It's funny you bring that up. It's funny you're talking about Johnny Knoxville because he's actually he's in the news recently.
No shit.
So. He's from the backwoods. He's kind of a.
He seems like kind of the hillbilly type.
Yeah. And apparently he was talking with his doctor or his genealogist, and he goes, sit down, let's talk about this. You came from all these rural areas, and nobody ever really comes in or goes out of those areas because they're kind of secluded in the middle of nowhere.
Right. And once a train goes in, it certainly doesn't leave.
So it's pretty likely that there may be some inbreeding in those kind of places. And
oh yeah,
he goes, so is there inbreeding in my family? And he kind of starts laughing. He goes, yeah, a significant amount.
Oh wow. A significant amount. Johnny he's pretty handsome for an inbred guy.
So I thought that was
a
funny.
Significant amount. What? Wow, that's crazy. So wow, I wonder how many cousins he's banged and not even known it.
I don't think he's banged any that he will admit to, but
exactly. I'm pretty sure that he wouldn't mind. He'd be like, my mom and pa did it. This don't make sense. Let's go back behind this holler here.
Yeah.
Do you think he poops in an outhouse?
Oh no, he's made way too much jackass money.
He's got plumbing.
Do you know that he kind of screwed, Steve-O?
Yeah.
He kind of dicked Steve-O. Like, and Steve-O was there from the beginning. Steve-O did a lot of, like, the really wild shit to make that show what it was.
Like fireworks on his dick and such.
Yeah.
That's painful stuff.
I think he, like, stapled his dick to, like, an animal or something.
A lot of dick things with that guy. Must have hated his cock. I don't know.
He really dicked him.
Yeah. Well, what did he do? Like,
okay, so trying to think of how to word it. He, so Jackass is basically its own company, which it's basically Johnny Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine, I think his name is, and there's some other guy, whatever his name is, and it's Dick House Productions is what makes.
Oh yeah, all right.
Makes Jackass.
Yeah.
And so Steve-O left and went and did his own. Like, he went to do rehab and all the shit that.
He's British.
He went and did Steve-O things off the side, and while they were doing that, they did they came out with another Jackass movie. I don't remember which one it was.
With no Steve-O?
Yeah, without Steve-O. Well, he was part of Jackass 3D, and then when the next portion of it came out, they basically were like, "Yeah, you're not part of Jackass anymore." Like,
oh, that's
so
kind of a dick.
They all the Jackass rights, like, he's not part of the show. He doesn't own any of it. He has no part of the pie. So Steve-O gets basically nothing, and the Jackass people
are making bank.
Making
rolling around in like their magenta colored Hummers and all that kind of crap.
Pretty much.
I can't believe he's British. That's crazy.
Yep. I mean, just a side note there, I'm not really a Steve-O fan, I mean, he's kind of funny, but
all them guys were funny. I laughed so many times at all those guys.
Do you ever see? Used to be big. What is it? Grandpa, Bad Grandpa.
No, I didn't see that because that's not really a Jackass movie. That's just like a Johnny Knoxville movie.
It was like
making fun of grandpas.
No, it was like a hidden camera show. It was pretty funny.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Is it worth it?
It was. It's good to watch free.
Okay. Fair enough.
Netflix or something similar. It was entertaining. I had a good time watching.
Is it on Netflix?
Yep.
Yep. All right. We'll have to check that.
Or it was when I watched it. Anyway.
Do you remember that time when we were talking about like Kim Kardashian and shit?
Yeah.
And you know, like her dad or whatever the fuck he is. Well, is that her actual dad? Was an OJ lawyer?
Oh, Kim sure. Yeah.
But that Bruce Jenner guy, the Olympic guy.
Yep.
So is that guy really trying to turn himself into a lady?
Yep.
Is this fucking for real?
Uh-huh.
What's this dude's deal? Is he butt sex crazy? What's going on with Mr. Jenner?
Okay, so to my understanding, and I'm not keeping up with the Kardashians, no pun intended, but the way that I've understood it is him and his wife aren't together anymore, and so
Mrs. Kardashian,
whatever her name is, something Jenner.
Pretty sure she kept the Kardashian name.
No, she was
she Mrs.
Kendall.
Jenner?
No, that's the daughter. Who cares what their names are?
Pop culture.
Pop culture, yeah. TMZ.
Yes.
So, okay. First of all, have you seen a picture of him lately?
No. I haven't. I heard it, and then I was like, "What, dude?"
Yeah, it's pretty true. Like, so he's got like long hair, and he gets like facial injections.
Shit.
And
what a weirdo! Wow, he looks like I don't know, transitioning, huh? So is he going to go through like the whole thing?
Well, I don't. Okay, this is what I heard. There was a thing that the Kardashian, whatever her name is, Kim Kardashian, was on, and basically they were asking her the questions like, "Hey, is your dad really doing?" The reporter on the show asked Kim Kardashian all the same questions you just asked me, and she was like, "Well, we're actually waiting. We're going to let Bruce tell his story on his own."
Oh,
like, so she kind of alluded that there is something to it, but I'm predicting that there's going to be a TV show involved.
Wasn't he an Olympian?
He was like an Olympic swimmer or something.
Jesus Christ, dude! And then now this guy's just a fucking human clown. Seriously, Steve-O's from Britain, Olympian,
he's a javelin thrower or something.
Apparently, wow.
Well, okay,
now he's taking that javelin a different way.
Part of the funniest part of the joke is that so he's transitioning to be a woman, and just recently he was involved in a super mega crash.
Oh,
so he's kind of already
being a bad lady driver.
Well, look
at him go. perfect for that role.
So that's. I mean, I don't know if he's going to do the whole like chop his dick off and all that.
He might,
but
I'm sure no one's going to bang him, so he might as well just get rid of it. Look at this one. That's a good one.
I don't think that's him, is it?
Bruce Jenner woman. I don't know. It says it is. The internet doesn't lie to me.
No. Yeah, I just some people.
Go to this one. What's this one? I don't think that's Bruce Jenner.
You know, most recently searched websites, huh?
Whoops.
Yeah, so now my computer's got all this tranny porn on it, basically, because I'm searching for Bruce Jenner.
And OJ.
Sex
There's OJ. OJ is on your computer. You look for Bruce Jenner, and recent people who are also interested in looking for Bruce Jenner were like, well, let's look for OJ. Those are some titties.
So, basically, the story goes, he's in the middle of the transition, and like I said, when I heard the reporter piece or whatever, I got the impression that there's going to be some sort of media whirlwind about it.
So he's got kids? He's got his own kids?
Oh yeah, that Brody Jenner or whatever his name is.
So he actually had sex with somebody, or at least came in like a jar and inserted it into a vagina? This guy just seems like I'm pretty sure.
Oh, look at all the girls there together.
Yeah, something doesn't look right about that picture. Who's this whore?
This is his youngest daughter. I think she's barely 18.
Oh. So there's another Kardashian to look forward to?
Yep.
Jesus.
Yep.
Those aren't even his kids, are they? He didn't produce any of those offspring.
I think she's like the
fat one?
Yeah, she's the what is it called? Like
stepsister. So you got them sweet Jenner genes in you. Hey, big girl. No wonder why Lamar would have went after you.
Anyway.
Hey, it's Kanye. Look at him looking happy.
He's so smiley.
Who's this douche?
What is his name? Kurt or something?
He looks like a Kurt.
Scott Disick.
Scott Disick? What kind of name is that? Who is he?
I have no idea.
Well, let's not find out. Fuck the Kardashians. I actually want to fuck the Kardashians.
Do you want to hear? You want to talk about popular people that are in pop culture? So I read this article today. How Taylor Swift was sued by a sex offender because she apparently stole his life story.
Huh.
So basically,
wait, let me clear one thing up.
Sure.
Was the sex offender a man or a lady?
It's a man. Jose. He's a Mexican.
Jose is his name.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, let me tell you the story. So basically, this guy is a convicted child sex offender, or maybe he's not a child sex offender.
I'm pretty sure he's just read.
Oh no, okay,
there he goes. He's a pervert.
Hold on. Okay, so this guy is a sex offender who is serving a prison sentence because he had like child porn on his computer or something, and he's basically suing Taylor Swift for $100 million because she stole the CD. What is it called? 1989, or her latest CD was basically this Jose it's his life story according to him. Now this guy's in prison. He's kind of a nut job. Now he goes on to say that he met Taylor Swift. He met her on Skype, and she was desperate to have a friend, and that she needed somebody to chat with.
Was Taylor Swift not famous in 2008?
She was pretty famous in 2008.
So she would have had like a friend or two to like hang out with, and not some guy who's like taking pictures of like little kids and be doing gross things.
Right. Yeah. No. She's had friends for more than 10 years.
Right.
A girl probably since about 1989.
A girl that looks like that is not hanging out with Jose Hilero.
So basically, he claims that Taylor Swift said that she would help him with his legal problems, and that she would write songs and sing about him so that to make the money to So shortly after this whole thing went down, he got arrested by the FBI for child porn and that whole thing. And
what a dirtbag!
He's like, I know Taylor Swift will do the right thing. Like, I know she's got a good heart, and she'll come back and fulfill the promise she made to me. But
yeah, that's weird.
The last line here says he'll drop the suit if Swift agrees to restore their true friendship.
Wow, that's weird. People are weird, but I mean, if you were in jail and you were a weirdo already, I mean, what are you going to do? You gotta kill the time somehow.
You're already in there. You're already.
I mean, you might as well try to get some money out of Taylor Swift, I guess. I don't know. That just seems awfully fucked up. Like that some guy's going to go through and be like, I'm going to blackmail Taylor Swift. Of all people this guy could choose, he goes after Taylor Swift.
Well, she's
not even like in her. He doesn't. That's not in the age range for that guy. I don't get
what's that supposed to mean.
Well,
I listen to as much Taylor Swift as that guy probably.
Well, maybe so, but I'm pretty sure if the FBI sees your computer, the worst thing they'd find on it is like pirated fucking like movies, and not like.
It's funny you mentioned that.
Things.
I actually yesterday I just signed up for a VPN, so now I can do anything I want hidden behind the masking of internet protocol.
I'm not sure what that means, so I'll assume that you're going to do it for nothing but good things.
Basically, I'm going to use it to do my library research, and I'm going to use it to read the Bible.
Did you know that the Library of Congress was first funded by Thomas Jefferson? He gave him like 4,000 books. How cool is that?
That is pretty. That's good information.
That's a lot of books. So many books. Did you watch the Grammys last night? Or was
absolutely not.
Yeah, me neither. I know they were on, but I was watching Better Call Saul.
Oh, damn it! I wanted to watch that. Is it good?
It's really good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I've been watching nothing but previews of like.
Yep. It's going to be on there. I imagine they're going to play the replay of the last night's episode, probably at like 8 Central Time, I imagine.
Yeah.
And then the new episode, there's going to be another new episode tonight on at 9.
Okay.
So, and I'm sure they do like a recap. But
I'll have to wait until a week after till it's posted somewhere on the internet, because I don't pay for cable. I refuse to pay Time Warner Cable.
I bet you the first one's already posted.
Oh, sure it is. I'm sure within an hour it's up.
Yeah. But yeah,
it's worth it. It's
worth checking out. If you're a Breaking Bad fan, there's characters that you'll recognize and stuff like that.
Sure.
So, shit's tight.
I was a big fan of Breaking Bad, and when I heard they were going to do the spin-off out,
I was excited.
Yep.
It was cool. I like, not too many shows do that, or I guess a lot of sitcoms bust out shit like that. You know, like way back in the 80s, like if you look at a list of like spin-offs from sitcoms, it's extensive.
Really?
Yeah. But like for dramas and stuff like that, this is kind of neat, and they don't really do that too often. So I'm glad that somebody went and did that.
Sure.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. It's episode 1, was it?
Yeah. I think they called it Uno.
Uno.
Right? Like a man with one ball. Uno.
Sure. I see you were looking at this thing I had open.
That's true. The Pentagon spent $500,000 on Viagra.
My favorite part about this article, it says Pentagon spent $500,000 on Viagra last year. They considered it as troop support, is what they found.
Nice.
They also ordered $3,000 worth of Levitra and $14,000 worth of Cialis.
Are those other boner pills?
Boner pills, yep.
Okay, weird.
I just thought it was funny that they, the government's spending
$25 a pill.
Oh yeah,
that's how much it costs to get a boner.
At one time, it was. It's probably way cheaper now.
That's crazy. Why? How come people in the Army have trouble getting boners?
Well, it's because they're getting their boners blown off.
There's also no guarantee Viagra will work. The Department of Defense is coming out saying that. Does Pfizer know about these claims made by the Department of Defense?
Government.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Pfizer might be like, no. Viagra is going to work. Your dick's going to be filled with blood.
So, looking at this, that's a story in a second I'm going to talk about. But Viagra, it's covered under the military's insurance. Not only is Viagra covered by military insurance, but penis pumps and penis implants, testicular prosthetics, all
I guess
insured by the government.
I mean, the soldiers deserve to get their fuck on. So
damn right.
I'm fine with that, I suppose.
For sure.
I mean, the penis pump is kind of a weird one, but I guess I didn't know they made implants.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're like, I'm unsatisfied with this. Give me a 40-incher. Sure thing, soldier. Get on in here.
Yep.
Okay.
He lost his arm, but we didn't replace the arm.
He lost his arm. We'll give him a third leg.
Give him a third leg. Yep. So
drag that thing on out of here, soldier. You got a war to fight.
I read an article earlier that said that this guy, he has 100 boners left. 100 orgasms. He's going to eventually lose the ability to get a boner because of this condition that he's got.
Is this condition like named after him? He's like, he's got like John Smith syndrome. I'm the only guy to ever have it.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, when he comes, scar tissue forms inside of his dick. Ooh. So eventually, the buildup of that scar tissue will mean he can't get an erection anymore, and they don't. The doctors have no idea what's the cause or what's the deal with this guy. So basically, there's a reservoir in your dick that fills with blood when you have a boner. And in this guy's case, when he gets one, it causes a reaction in his body where his immune system destroys the healthy tissue by a mistake, and it causes scar tissue to build up. So over time,
his body hates his boner so much it just attacks it.
So this guy, he's like 35 years old, I believe it said, and he's 34 years old, and he's basically accepted the fact that he's only got a finite amount of boners left. He says the doctors estimate that he has about 100 nuts left.
I would waste that in like a week.
So he's got to refrain from masturbating. He's got to be selective with his women. And
God,
can you imagine how miserable that's got to be?
I'd probably kill myself.
Well, I'd get those last 100 nuts out.
Well, yeah,
that's for sure.
It might hurt. So much scar tissue. Every time he jacks off, he has to play Red Hot Chili Pepper Scar Tissue. That's the only way he comes.
Scar tissue, my big boner.
There you go. Blood flow isn't related to usage.
Well, so he hooked up with this chick one time, and she was like, they wanted to go to the next stage, and he was like, I'm a little worried about this. He said he burst into cold sweats, and he felt like his heart was going to cave in on it. He's like, I got to be selective on how many times I bust.
I have special seed here, lady. I'm the only man on earth that only gets a finite number of boners listed left. If you want this come, you're going to have to really go good.
One of my favorite quotes here says, "Since I've been chastised as a nun, but I toss and turn." Wait, hold on. It says he tosses and turns all night with crazy, disturbing sex dreams, and now he's worried that he'll lose a nut in his wet dreams. Like it
actually says he'll lose a nut. Who wrote this? What? What a wow, dude! If I was this guy, I don't know what I'd do. I'd kill myself. I couldn't live like that.
Isn't that the worst?
Yeah, I'd just say like, well, I'm gonna go. You might want to go. I don't know, on like a fucking fuck frenzy, and once it's done, it's done.
If you have
whoa, man.
If you have a finite amount of orgasms that you are allowed to have in life, please give us a call, 240-50-SKUNK. We'd like to hear from you.
We want to hear about your sad boners.
Wah, 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 wah.
That's what it sounds like when he gets hard. That's weird. Speaking of boners and the TRICARE thing that we were talking about before,
yeah.
Do a quick search on a thing called Caverject. Caverject. There it is. And then just kind of read what it's about.
Let's see. It is another language, small muscle relaxation, prostate gland 1. Let's see. Used to treat miscarriage, induce labors, and induce abortion. So you're trying to sell me abortion pills, sexual dysfunction.
Go back up. This is like the craziest thing ever. It also is a continuous treatment of erectile dysfunction.
So you take this pill and you just have a raging boner continuously?
I don't think it's a pill.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, it is. It's a pharmaceutical of some sort. Yeah, I don't think it... Oh, and then it's called Misperdal if you want to abort babies.
Okay.
But yeah, this is something that when I used to work for selling insurance, this was something that came up.
Huh.
And this is what that guy had, I thought, right?
Let's see. It says they're injected by syringe directly into the penis.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Right? So maybe that one guy can get this going on. He can get some Caverject.
Huh.
Boner shots. What would you rather do, Caverject your whole life or heroin? If you had to choose one.
Heroin.
Because you wouldn't live that long.
For sure, man. Fuck. You're gonna give me an awesome drug, then, or you're
it's gonna make things seem really cool, or you're gonna get a painful
boner pain.
You're gonna get a painful shot and then a really painful boner. And apparently, if you fuck somebody, you might abort their fetus. So, come away, soldier. Come away.
That is wild. That is wild.
Caverject. I think that's the name brand of it.
Well, another story I found. This guy is a mortuary worker in Ghana, and as part of his training, he was told that he had to have sex with the corpse because by doing that, he wouldn't be so afraid of the dead bodies.
Well, that's one way to overcome fear, I suppose.
He was.
Well, they even got this guy's on TV. He's not in jail.
No. He's proud of it, and he's actually got like a. He's got stuff to say about it.
Sleeping with the corpse in one breath can mean just sleeping with them.
How is this in English?
It can mean having sex with them.
They're in Ghana.
As in?
Sleeping with the corpse. Was it having sex?
Yes. Because you have some occultic men. Those people, they belong in the society. Some of them is their condition that they give them. If they don't do that, they will die.
They have sex with
them. Yes. Good morning, Ghana. How is this in English?
Me, I do that. Far from Cameroon. Yeah, I do. It's not first time, not second time. Many times I do that.
Whoa, and he's just fucking people all over the place.
He's just proud of it. He's kind of like, yeah, this is...
I don't understand what TV show this is on that this guy... How does he know English? What is going on? Ghana has an English-speaking news channel?
Well, I would be...
What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, Ghana, they speak like French and shit.
Ghana language is English. Officially, they're...
What?
They have 80 languages, but English is their
Whoa!
Choice.
Who would have ever guessed?
Official language of Ghana.
Weird.
I like to sleep with the corpse and you stick your dick in the.
Is that what he said?
I don't know what he said. It was hard to understand, but he was very like, yeah. That's what we do. We sleep with the. Okay, so the basically the story goes, they told him that if he would sleep with the corpse, he would not be as afraid of the dead bodies, and that's just basically how they. They're part of their training regimen.
So he's definitely like, yeah, I'm not going to be afraid of these people.
No, absolutely not.
Wow, I'd be dumbfounded. I wouldn't know what to ask. I'd be like, what? I'd be like,
and the reporter, that basically what you heard in the audio was he goes, so you can say you're sleeping with a corpse, but are you sleeping by him or are you sleeping with him? Like, are you having sex with them or are you just laying next to them? And he's like, no, I have sex with him. He goes, basically girls don't want to date him because he's like a mortician.
Yeah,
and so it kind of works out.
I would think that anybody with like an actual job in Africa would be desirable. No, I mean, has Ghana got it that great that like these bitches can be choosy? Like, this guy's on TV. This guy probably has a vehicle. This guy might have a roof, and yet he can't get an actual like lady to bang him because he works with dead people. I know when I went to high school, one of the hottest girls in high school's dad was a funeral guy.
Sure.
And this dude from Ghana can't get no play. Poor. His name is Lucas. Oh, he got fired. Well, no shit.
I think the real story. Fuck? I think the real story that's happening here is this guy's just having sex with the corpses, and he's trying to kind of pass the buck a little bit. So
here's my question: is there like a tour of this? Is this guy? Can we sign up to go hang out with this guy or what? Can he like bring? He's like, yeah, this is my favorite graveyard. They're always the freshest in there. Do they bury their dead in Ghana? I mean, English is their language. Does that mean they're like Christian and Catholic?
Yeah, I would say
such?
They're probably mostly. They're pretty much exactly like Americans, except for.
Careful here.
Except for their wild attire.
Right? Nice flapper. What the hell is that thing?
He's wearing like a bib.
Looks like he's going to like looks like he's going to go eat
Red
like
lobster.
Yeah, right? Gotta get the rib bib on. Oh God.
So I've got a ton more stories. We'll save those for next week. We're pretty late in the show here, but
alrighty. Well, fucking A, motherfuckers. Hit us up on Twitter. Tell us how we're doing. Listen to us. Tell your friends. Tell your mom. Have your mom listen to it. Listen with her. Cuddle with mom. Listen with her. Hug her and tell her that you want to Eternal Skunk Show her.
I'll post some of the links to these websites so you can kind of read the shit yourself, and I'll continue to do that in the future, so you can not just take us for what we say, but you can also look and kind of see the pictures we're looking at and see some of the things that we've been talking about.
All these news stories are actually about me. I've had sex with dead people. I'm hunted by the police. My name is Lucas. I'm from Ghana in black.
You weren't supposed to tell anybody our story.
Sorry. I can't help it. I'm Lucas, raping bodies. Dead.